Hey. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of the Child of Mecha livestream. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It's a fucking Reaper's Day! You ever have one of those days where you just feel like you're surrounded by absolute and utter stupidity? Yep. Today's that day, kids. Today is that day. Yeah, today is that day. Oh my. Hopefully your Wednesday is going a little bit better than mine. Anyway. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Hang on one second, I'll explain. Yeah. Jesus Christ. It reminds me of that scene out of Spaceballs. Assholes! I'm surrounded by assholes! Ay. Anyway. Ooh-sa. We're gonna put that behind us and let's get on with it, yeah? So, yeah, just fucking stupidity. Anyway, you guys, if I'm trying to regain my thought process here. If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we are working with here tonight, man, go hit up the Amazon link just below here in the description. I do get a bit of a commission based on the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help out and support the stream. A lot of cool stuff in there. Just added some stuff in there today, in fact. So go check it out. And tools and materials, books for inspiration, gear for photography and streaming, and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, definitely go peruse, and if you like something, if you see something, go pick up a thing. Hey, helps out. Don Zwergo says, hey, welcome to Calm Livestream. I'm one of your awesome viewers, Don. Hey, Don. Oh my. Anyway. Aside from that, if you want to rep the Reapers, look at that. Oof. EF Space Force Annapolis. So sexy. I'm not, the shirt is, just clarification. Go hit up the Child of Mecha store, www.childofmecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt and many more. The Mecha Decal Insignia line. You'll find the Ace Pilot series line. You'll find hats. You'll find prints of my work. You'll find all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go check it out. And then if you really want to help support what we do here, hit up the Child of Mecha Patreon. A lot of cool stuff going on over there. Giveaways. We just announced last month's giveaways over there. Some good stuff going out, and I'm still waiting to hear from some people, so check your emails. Jeremy Chasson and Jason? Yeah, Jason Stitt. Austin, if you're watching, tell your brother to check his fucking emails. God damn it. Yeah, check your emails. Come on. Chop. But yeah, so we do giveaways, we do hangouts, we do exclusive posts, a lot more pictures and stuff like that than what ends up on the social media channels. So go check it out. If you have the ability to do so and an inclination, it would be amazing. Yeah. And also, too, just as an FYI, for those of you on YouTube, you can join the Child of Mecha thingy here on YouTube and get your name in green, get your Mecha Army badge, and start using the emotes and all that stuff. Yes. Anywho, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, it's just been a day, you guys. It's been a day. Shit with the house. Just overall stupidity. Just, Anyway, we're going to leave that behind. And then there was like Facebook stupidity. Pro tip, and this is one of the things that's just kind of, pro tip. Never, ever, 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 never panel line in a color that is lighter than the actual panel. It looks like Tron. It's goofy and it's stupid and it's ugly. Okay? Never do that, guys. Never do that. Never, never. Please don't. Please don't be that person. Okay? Don't Tron your models. Please. Please. Please and thank you. Anyway. There were I have to tell you. There was this thread, and I shouldn't have even responded. There was a thread on a Facebook group, and dude was just asking a simple question. He's just like, "Hey, what would you panel line a kit that's already black, like a Banshee, right?" And there was some good advice on there. A few people were saying, hey, don't paint it black, paint it a darker shade of gray or navy blue or something like that, and then do black panel lines. Great advice. Follows my mantra. I put my 2 cents in. And that, I think, was received rather well. The opening poster thanked me for my advice, which was appreciated. But there was so many people in there suggesting, panel line in white, or panel line in gold, or panel line in light gray, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh God, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's just, it'll make your model look like it's from Tron. Now, if you want your model to look like it's from Tron, be my guest. But if you're not intending it to look like Tron, just don't do that. It's just a pro tip. Pro tip from Uncle Tim. Cheers. I don't know. It's just, I try to do the right thing, and it just ends up blowing up in my face. I don't know. Anyway, let's get caught up with the chat, shall we? I feel like I'm ranting. I don't like that. Anyway, Miko says, every time I leave the house, fracking mouth breather. Yeah, exactly. Gumpel Uruguay, surrounded by morons that are supposed to be engineers. Yep. Miko says, makes you want the purge to be a real thing. I wouldn't necessarily go that far. Belted Earl's with us. Hey, you guys. What's going on, Earl? Let's see. Greek Nakos, Mr. Charles. He's over there on Twitch. Do you need something from me? I didn't see a request or anything, so I'm assuming you already have my Addy from Patreon. Yes, Charles, I do. All good. So, yeah, you don't have to do a thing. All of the sticker winners, nope, don't have to do a thing. I'm just waiting for a reply from Jeremy and Jason, because they're in Demons, a higher tier. So they actually get a product out of the Mecha Store. So I'm trying to get a hold of them and see what product they are requesting. So, yeah, for those two guys, check your emails. Yeah. Anyway. Tetsugen, Mr. George, he says, we don't need no stinking badgers. Hey. Miko says, what if it's a Zone of Enders kit? I mean, no? I don't know. Anyway. Don wants to know, what if I want to do a Tron-like kit? Then, dude, whatever floats your boat, man. You do you, boo-boo. Pabs is with us. He says, unless it's a model of Tron, then Tron that Tron. Belted Earl says, don't be that guy. Yeah, no, I don't. Don't be that guy. Fudabayoe, what up? Says, no buying Tron kits. Yeah, for real. Did they ever make a really good Tron kit? Other than the light cycle? I don't think so. Anyway. Charles Dodge says, but what if you are making a Tron parody model? Again, whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to tell you not to do something artistic. I'm just simply trying to give pointers on what would look realistic. Just saying. Don says, but yeah, I feel you, Tim. I had it too and do colored panel lines. Oof, yeah. Oh, I hate it too. Yeah. Charles Dodge, panel line, a black part? You don't. Yeah, well, see, but that's the thing. It kind of all that goes into kind of my whole belief system in terms of the color black, right? At scale, at the scale that we work at, 1/60th and higher, usually. Sometimes if it's like 1/35th, you can get away with that because at scale, that's okay. But at 1/60th, 1/100, 1/44th scale, if you compress that full scale look down to the size that we're dealing with, that black color is no longer going to look black. Okay, so this is a perfect example of how the color black is used, right? Check this out. Look at my shirt. See, oh, wrong side. See over here? What color is that? Your human eye registers black because we are used to seeing the light spectrum, right? The graduation of light across an object. But if you were to take a photo or a still of this stream right now, as we're talking, and you were to take this into Photoshop or some other art program, and you were to color pick this area here, it would be gray. It would be a dark shade of gray. Now over here, where we're in shadow, it's a little darker, right? But I would still say up here, it's probably still going to be a dark shade of gray. It's not going to be absolute black. It probably is not. Just saying, right? So when you compress that down, when you compress a model or a figure or a subject down 60, 100, 144 times, it's not going to be a true black. It's going to be a darker shade of gray. And the true shadows are going to be those panel lines, right? So that's my thought process. That's why I say, don't paint your model black. A nice dark gray, a dark navy blue, like that navy blue we painted the gun, right? Look at this. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Okay, check this out. Look here. Looky here, right? Looky there. Now, that actually looks a way more blue on the screen than it actually is. That's funny, actually. Maybe it's because of my shirt. I don't know. Anyway, but in real life, maybe if I hold it over here. No, anyway, but in real life, you're like, oh, that's black. No, boo-boo. Nope, it's actually not. No, it's not black. But thank you for playing. You do not advance to round 2. So, just to get that out there, that's why I say don't paint your models black if you're gonna go for a realistic look. If you're going for an artistic look and you want artistic license to do whatever you want, go for it. Yeah. Julius, put it on camera too. Yeah. That's a good call. Sorry, Julius. I'm like in rant mode just because of stupidity levels today, right? Boom. Hey, that's a little bit better, yeah? See, now that, look at it on the light background and everything. That looks black. That looks black. It looks black. But it's not. Just saying it does. It's not. It's not black. It's a beautiful shade of Mr. Hobby navy blue, which is just a way fucking off. It's just way off. Anyway, I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Actually, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna get caught up with the with the chat. Kelvin Branham says, "Oh, you mean the black helmet on critical builds?" I mean, like all of it. There were so many. Miko says, "Hey, Chris Pabs, where did you get that Wing Zero bust you sent Julio?" I almost said Julio. Jesus. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm like burning the candle at all 3 ends right now. It's that bad. I'll probably be up all night painting, but the house, not not enjoyable stuff. Belted Earl says, "Sensei Tim." Oh, thank you, Earl. Travis is with us. Travis Chaos. He's over there on YouTube. He says, "Evening." What's up, Trav? Don says the stream is not sponsored by Coke. Oh, would that be amazing? I wish. CML's with us. What up, everyone? What up, Sam? Let's see. Michael Dawson, how goes it, everybody? Just got home from work. Hey, good stuff there, Michael. Let's see. Taylor's with us over there on YouTube. He says, LOL, I saw that same Facebook post. Some of those comments cracked me up. Yeah, me too. George, Mr. Old School Gumpla, is also with us over there on YouTube. He says, "Hey, Tim and everyone." What's up, George? Good to see you, buddy. Charles Dodge says, "See, that's why you paint blue, black, red, black, green, black, purple, black, dark, gray, black, and then you can panel line that black part with black, black." Pab says, "That's a darker shade of gray," right? My even darker black turtleneck. Classic Archer. Anyway. Charles Dodge says it would register it as a dark blue. See? There you go. Paps is writing movies. Yeah. Michael Dawson, it still looks black. I know, because that's the way our eyes perceive it. But it's still not. Right? Yeah. Don says 256 shades of gray. Whatever it takes, man. Charles says, "I will convince you one day that it's not dark gray. Dark gray looks dark gray," right? Don says, or 264. I don't remember. Shit, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 264. 256. That's I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, fuck it. Don says it looks more blue because of the white color correction of the cam. Yeah. Miko says, starting to remind me of Jim Carrey and Liar Liar. The goddamn pen is blue. Yeah. Hutchison says, real things aren't black, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Charles says, dark, non-metallic steel gray. Fair. Michael Dawson says, it looks like navy blue, not black. I mean, it kind of is. That's actually the color. George says, we perceive black. Exactly. That's the way our eyes perceive it. Peter Fulford says, oh, Mr. Hobby Blue colors. I've mentioned the midnight blue with no blue in it before. Yes, you have. Julia says, Tim, great explanation of color compression and scale. Yeah, man, that's one thing. That's one thing that a lot of people don't seem to take into consideration, right? Especially when you're new, because it's not necessarily an intuitive concept, right? It's one of those things you pick up over time by talking to people that have been in the hobby for a long time. So I see so many people, you know, oh, I'm going to paint my kit red and black. It's going to look super cool, right? And I'm just like, oh, another red and black kit. Great. Great. I've never seen that color combination before. I don't know why I'm extra spicy tonight, but I am, you guys. I don't know. Belted Earl says, hey, Tim. What are your thoughts and feelings about the Easy 8? Being a noob, I just discovered the kit, and I'm pumped. It's on the way as we speak. Now, Earl, is it the master grade or is it the high grade? Which one is it? Because that will determine my answer for you. Michael Dawson says, but it looks black. Charles Dodge, maybe I spent too much time doing color theory for 28mm miniatures. Yeah. Spider2K2, he's with us over there. James, Mr. 2.0, he says, evening, everyone. What's going on, Jimmy? Miko says, thanks for the IG follow. Hey, there you go to Spider2K2. He says, I feel attacked for the red and black. Oh, that's Sam. Sorry, Sam. My bad, dude. It wasn't pointed at anybody. George says, Tim is lit. I wish. Belted Earl says, master grade. All right, so that, Earl, I can speak on. Because I love those ground unit kits in the master grade scale. Love them. This is the reason why. Oh, come here, you. Come here, beautiful. This guy right here is master. Let's see. It's the original B Club Blue Destiny conversion, and it's on top of an RX-79 Ground Gundam, which is the same base and pretty much everything the same as the Easy 8. These kits are, number one, incredibly sturdy. I love the proportions on them. And they just have so much potential for paint and customization. It's not even funny. You do have a couple screws for the joints and stuff, but that's not, in my opinion, it's not a big deal. It keeps these joints very, very nice and tight. I have not fucked around with these screws in this joint for since the first time I built it, which was I completed it back in 2004. And it's 21 now, so you're talking what, 17 years? Yeah. 17 years old, the base of this thing, and the joints are still as tight as the day as I built it. And it's a super nice kit. I love these things. I really, really do. In fact, I actually have another RX-79 in my backlog. It's packed away, unfortunately, right now. But it is out there. And yeah, dude, they're wonderful kits. I think you're going to really enjoy it. It's a very blank canvas. So, like I said, there's a lot of room for customization. It's a very, very sturdy kit, right? Honestly, one of probably the best engineered kits Bandai's ever done, in my opinion. It's just sturdy and it stands the test of time. That's why we've never seen a 2.0 out of any of the ground units. Just because the model is already really good to begin with. Yeah. I think all they would be able to change if they did a 2.0, just a little proportions. Maybe kind of make it a little skinnier. I think that would be the only pet peeve. Is that just a shadow in my eye over here? Oh, yeah. Okay. I saw this bright thing at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, what is that? It's just the reflection of the light over here. Jesus. Ay. Let's see. Javier, Mr. Gunplay, Uruguay says, both high grade and master grade are really good. I like the master grade. Sorry, Javier. Let's see. James 2.0 says, also Tim, I also feel attacked because of my Astre Noir has black and red on it. I mean, can't help it. Michael Dawson said, what about a kit in gray and black? I mean, then I'm sold. Yeah. Or gray and very dark gray. Yeah. Let's see. Fudube always says, Tim hates the ground Gundam kits. No, I don't. Stop that. Charles Dodge says, I think, to Michael, he says, I think they can look good, but you have to have multiple shades of both. Yeah. Earl says, legit. Let's see. Miko says, what about changing the hips on the Master Grade Ground / Easy 8? I don't have a problem with the kits, with the hips on those kits. Rhymes. But yeah, no, I have zero problem with the hips on it. It's stock in the Blue Destiny. So, yeah. I have a thing on my hand. I don't know what it is. Anyway. Rick Quintanilla is with us over there on YouTube. What up, Rick? That Easy 8 was my first master grade back in like 04. Near and dear. Where'd it go? I lost it. To my heart. Hey, there we go. Helsting Oz unit, other than changing the hands. Yeah, the hands are probably the weakest point. So, Earl, when you get the Easy 8, maybe see if you can find some replacement hands, maybe some fixed posed hands, something like that, to kind of get a better grip on the weapon and everything. Other than that, you'll be in good shape. Let's see. Helsting Oz units with us, other than changing the hands. I just read that. George says, I see that shadow. It's a black shadow. No, wait, dark gray. Hey. Shut up, George. Let's see. Spider2K2, Mr. James, he says, gray, medium gray, and dark gray. Change my mind. Boom, done. Easy. Belted Earl. Ooh, I'm more excited. Haha. Nice. Fudube always says he just smashed that blue one. It is gone from the screen. Bang. Michael Dawson says, what about using a Sniper 2 frame for a ground unit conversion? I've seen it done, and it looks great. Yeah. It looks really, really good. So if you wanted to, convert those over, it's gonna look nice. It's gonna look really nice. Yeah. Miko's got a question for us.
We have a question.
Miko wants to know, on the subject of hips, how would you convert ball joint hips to an updated hip like more recent kits? So basically peg and hole, right? Instead of the ball joint. Yeah, the ball joint is an antiquated architecture for Gundam kits, unfortunately. And yeah, your more modern master grades and stuff will have the peg and hole, like the Jesta. See, got a peg on it right there. And it's just, that's, in my opinion, so much more sturdy and robust. And I like it. It's stronger. It's just really, really good. Now, how would you convert it over? That's the big question, right? Couple different ways that I could think of. You could potentially get a donor kit that has the peg and hole, type of architecture, and kind of graft that into the model that you're building. Now, obviously, that's going to be expensive because you're going to have to invest in at least 2 models to make that happen. The other way of doing it is to, you're going to have to Frankenstein it. Yeah. So basically what you would need to do, let me see, I don't know. No, shit. Oh, anyway, fuck it. We're going to go camera 2 and you'll get the picture, trust me. So what I would do is, if we look at the Jesta. Oh, come on, really? Piece of shit. There we go. So if we look at the Jesta hips, so you can see the hole that peg is inserted into, right? Now, if your model if this was just a solid, come on, focus. There we go. So if this was just a solid chunk in here of plastic, snip off that peg, make this flat, drill a hole in there big enough to get, a piece of plastic rod in there. Slide that rod through so you have, a hole throughout there, right? And then what you're going to have to do is find a corresponding plastic rod that telescopes into that new tube that you've created, and it's going to have to fit pretty snug, but not terribly snug, right? So you may have to reinforce this, maybe with a little bit of super glue, maybe a couple coats of primer, maybe a piece of Scotch tape or something like that, to get that fit in there nice and snug, where this leg isn't going to just wobble around, So that's the second way of doing it, but like I said, you are gonna have to Frankenstein that. There's no easy way to do it, unfortunately. There's just different levels of suck, and it's all in what you want to invest in. So, hopefully, Miko, that at least got you on the right track. Yeah. Belter Earl says 10-4, thanks for the advice. You're welcome, Earl. You're gonna have fun with that kit. Helsting Oz Unit says, I like the ground GM, just need to color, change color. Yeah, like to a harder red orange. Yeah. Although I like the orange that the plastic comes in, but I agree with you. Michael Dawson says the Mark II hips. Yeah. Bill's with us. Mr. Ruslam says, got a few minutes free at work right now. Hope everyone is having a great night. Bill, thank you, man. Appreciate you. George says, hey, Bill, hope work is treating you well. Agreed. Michael Dawson says the Mark II hips go on a ball joint, but also has a peg. Eh? I have the Mark II. I haven't built it, but I'll have to take a look at that. That's weird. Hey, Don's over here. He's got a question for us.
We have a question.
He says, in terms of hips, how would you convert a male hip into a female hip so that a male leg peg will fit in it? I think that's what I just described. I think. Anyway. Oh, yeah, there you go. Don says, okay, thanks. Thanks that you answered my question and Miko's question. Hey, there we go. 2 birds, 1 stone, kids. There we go. Bill says, nope, work sucks. George is not sure if I should laugh or commiserate, Bill, right? Bill says, speaking of which, I should get back so I can finish up and go home before the sun rises. Woof. George says, night, Bill. Yeah, good night, Bill. Thank you for watching, man. Appreciate you. Michael Dawson says, but there is an easy way of doing it. Okay. Let's see. Miko says, that was actually pretty helpful. Thanks, Tim. You're welcome, dude. Bill says, Tim, on the Dom, I cut up and incorporated sections of the Gelgu joint so I could go away from the ball joints, Gelgu 2.0. Yeah, exactly. And that's just, you're grafting kind of that mechanism over to, the kit that you're working on. So basically you're using a donor kit to kind of graft those parts on, which is, like I said, the first way to kind of do it. Michael Lawson says, go take a road trip and grab your Mark II, Tim. Yeah, nah, it's packed up, dude. I have no idea where it is right now either. I know it's out in the garage, but exactly where, that remains the question. Helstig Oz unit GM ground type kit is in a shot me orange. Oh, is in a shoot me orange. I got you. Bill says, night all. Bill, good night, buddy. Take care, dude. All right, so we're all caught up. So with being as busy as I have been here with the house and all that other fun stuff, I have not had a chance to really work on masking this thing hardly at all since the last time we were together on Monday. I did finish masking the feet and the antenna. I think I finished the antenna on Monday night, but I did finish masking the feet. So that's basically all I've gotten done here, which fucking blows, but it is what it is. So we're going to continue masking, and we're going to continue on our path of masking hell. And here are the rest of the parts that we still have to mask. Shoot me now. Anyway. Alright, you guys. Here we go. Let's get into this here, shall we? Let's really dig into one of these parts and kind of have some fun here this evening, yeah? I'm thinking we go with this part here. And I'm thinking what we do is we paint the pads that medium gray color, right? So that's what I'm thinking that we do. So we have to mask off all of these pads, and there's 6 pads, right? And I'll get the thruster bell at a later date. So we're actually going to mask over this, but just to get the pads painted first and easy, we're gonna go with that first. Yeah, we're gonna go with that first. So, let's see. With that, let's this is going to be a lot of cutting masking tape off of the plexiglass tonight. there's going to be very, very, very little room to peel and place tape, if any, from the dispenser. So I think the dispensers can go over here, right? Michael Dawson says, why not do a reverse wash? Because I hate reverse washes. I do. I hate them. I don't like it. And it's not, if you take a really, really good look at a reverse wash, it's not nearly as clean and as crisp as it looks like on screen when you take a look at pictures and stuff. It's just not. So yeah, I don't like it. It's just not my thing. So to each their own, though, right? To each their own. Okay, so first things first, we're going to attack the bottom, and then we're gonna go up from there. So we're gonna get some, let's go 4 mil. Two pieces of 4x10. That's what we're gonna start with here. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll get the, ooh, come on you, the bottom taped off on this thing. There we go. And since these parts, since these pads are slightly raised, that's actually good because we can bump the tape right up to the actual pad itself, right? So that works really, really well in our favor. Okay. Good there. Wrap that over. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. So there are our first two little pieces of tape. Done and done, right? So next what we're going to do is we're going to run tape up the sides, the inside of these two pads in here. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but that's what we're doing. So we're gonna go, let me see, let me measure something here. Perfect, yes. So we're gonna go 3 millimeter. So we're going 3x10. Little thinner than the previous pieces. And we're going to run these two right up the sides of these lower pads here. Okay. Now, obviously, that's going to overhang onto that thruster bell. And like I said earlier, we're going to completely mask over that, and we'll come back to that at a later date. We will be painting this thruster bell, but not right now. That's not the priority as it stands. What I'm more interested in is getting the pads masked off first, and then we can come back and kind of dick around with the little thruster bell in there, right? All right. So that's good there. All right. So now this space in between this this middle pad and these lower two pads, I want to see what the distance is. That's 2 millimeters exactly. Okay, cool. So that actually helps us out a ton. So it's not like, 3.6 or, something like that. This is 2 millimeters on the money. So we'll cut 2 strips of 2x10 there. And I think for the most part, we're probably going to be using 10 millimeter tape on this. Yeah, that fits perfectly between these 2 panels. Perfect. Yeah. But yeah, so I think what we're going to be doing is using mostly 10 millimeter tape because I just don't see an area where we're going to need anything either wider than that or thinner than that. There may be a couple spots in here where we might use some 6 mil, but other than that, I think for the most part, this is going to be 10 millimeter on the inside. Maybe use the 18 mil up along this top part of the front of the foot there, maybe around the sides and perimeter and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think this is going to be 10 millimeters all the way. All right, so what do we have in the middle here? All right, so we have good clearance, but we need, that's going to be 12. We'll go 13, right? Let's see, we're going to have to angle this a little bit. How are we going to tackle this? Alright, so this, I think, is going to be one of the rare instances on this foot where we're able to use a piece from the actual dispenser. And right kind of down the middle here, in between everything, and to cover up that thruster bell and just kind of overlap the pieces of tape there, right? So just to, cover up that middle section there, right? Now, what we need to do is we need a piece right along here that's about 13 millimeters wide. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to spin this around. We're going to use the 18 mil side, but we're going to have to cut this down and then angle cut it as well. So how wide do I need here? I think we'll go 3 millimeter. Okay. So what we'll do, watch this. So we'll go 3 millimeter wide. Okay. Just like that. There's our vertical, right? Now, this is the great thing about using a T-square and a nice square piece of plexiglass, because if you need to cut something on the horizontal and not the vertical, well, you get your little L square here, right? And you bring it down. See how that slides right across there? Well, what we can do is angle that right there, and that's 13 millimeter. Okay. Horizontal cut. And there, my friends, is our 3 by 13 millimeter piece. Okay. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to angle cut this thing just a little bit. And we're just eyeballing it, right? So, just so that this can fit in this kind of spot here, right? Let's see if we can't get this placed just right. There we are. And push that right up against that pad. Push that down. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. See how that fills in nicely with those angles and everything right there. Goes across, covers everything. Perfect custom cut every single time. Boom. So, Don Zwergo says, I've tried one time reverse washing and did it after it the normal way. LOL. Forrest Ghost says, wow, I would have taped the whole piece, then cut around the pads, but I think your lines will be tighter. Yeah, and you know, that would definitely be, Ghost, that would definitely be a much quicker way to do it. And you're right. The masking and everything, doing it this way, even though it's way more tedious and a pain in the ass, admittedly, you do get crisper paint lines, which do help, you know, the realism and everything on the scale model. So, yeah. Some may ask if it's worth it. I don't know. I mean, it's worth it to me. So, I think every person needs to weigh the pros and cons for themselves. Ask themselves, is it worth my time? I mean, I can't answer that. I don't know what your time's worth, right? So, Michael Dawson. Michael's got a question for us. Let's reload the button here, and
We have a question.
let's see. He says, question. On the Sinanju Stein Master Grade leg, to fill in the square gap, would I reinforce it with plastic sheet and fill in with epoxy putty? Do you mean on the side of the leg, Michael? Where do you mean the square gap? Let's see. Ah, yeah, here we go. Aha. So, are you talking about this guy here? This, you know, this gap? Ugh, so dusty. Jesus. Because I did that with the Aussie, and yeah, there's definitely a way to do it. Yeah, the side where the leg thruster goes. Yeah, okay, so what I did with the Aussie, right, is on the corresponding side, on this side, right, if you take the leg armor off of here, what you'll find is this beautiful filler piece right here, right? Now, since this is under the leg armor, technically you're never going to see it, right? Which means that you can sacrifice it for the good of the model, right? So what I did on Aussie, come on you, stop dicking around. Ugh. These damn things back here on the back of the leg, they get on my freaking nerves. But anyway, this piece back here, come on you, is a pain in the ass to get out. There we go. But this little piece you can now build on top of, right? You can swap that over to this side, yank this guy out of here, right? Pop this over in here. I have it upside down. But pop this in here like that, and then start to build on top of that, right? That's what I did with the Aussie. I actually made a masterpiece, and just sheeted. I sheeted this with several layers of 1mm plastic sheet to build it up to the level that it looks good at, and then yeah, I mean, if you just wanted this flush, Yeah, I mean, you could definitely, epoxy putty and plastic sheet over this, right? But what I like is to take this piece, build on top of that. Then you can put a bunch of detail pieces on here and make the side of this leg look just completely badass, right? You can put some vents on here. You can put some minus molds on here. You can put whatever the fuck you want to on there. You can put some, some cross plates or something like that on there. Realistically, the sky's the limit at that point, right? And then when this piece is placed back over, ta-da! You're never gonna know that that's not there, right? So that's what I did on the Aussie, and it worked really, really well, really well. So I would highly suggest giving it a shot, Michael. So hopefully that helps, man. Hopefully that helps. So put those guys back over there. Pab says, look at Tim and I's builds. It's worth it. Yeah, it is. It is worth it. Michael Dawson said, yeah, okay, yep. Rick Quintanilla says, Tim always brings new techniques to me to learn. Using plexiglass, I need to watch more streams, but life finds a way to get in the way. Tell me about it, dude. Fucking hell. Ghost says, yeah, the plexi setup is mint. I need to incorporate that into my workflow. So yeah, you guys, if you want to get a nice cheap piece of plexi like this is 10 by 10, right? You can get all sorts of things on Amazon, all sorts of these things. I do have one in the Amazon link below in the description, so to get you started. I actually have a brand new piece of plexi up there in black, actually, because I think it'll make seeing the tape and stuff like that a little bit easier. But I think once I'm done with this build, I think I might do a video on masking and stuff like that and my techniques and workflow, and start to incorporate the black plexi. But seriously, you can get any color of plexiglass that you want. It's just a 10 by 10 square piece. They're cheap. They're like $10 maybe, less than that potentially. So yeah. So Rick and Ghost, man, go check out Amazon. Trust me, you will find what you're looking for. Now, the main component that's important is this guy right here. This is the important piece, right? Or at least something like it. These are a bit hard to find right now. I asked our good friend Mr. Ryan Bartoletti to try and hook me up with a few, and he sent the awesome note and everything, but he did supply me with one of these. I don't necessarily know what we're gonna do with it right now, but it's definitely going to be a prize of some sort. So there you go. Anyway. Oh, George says HLJ has them in stock. Just ordered a Wave T-Square. Hey, shit. There you go then. Fuck me. Whatever. Yeah, so these are the Wave T-Squares, you guys. Mr. Hobby makes a very similar version, and they do come in two sizes, right? There's this little guy, which is my favorite. This is the one I use the most. And then there is the bigger brother right here, this guy, right? I like the smaller one because it's just easier to, I don't know, it's just more convenient, I guess. But that is definitely a crucial part of this particular workflow. So, yeah. Now, can you use like a miniature carpenter's like L square or something like that, or even hang a zone of L square off the end there and kind of do it that way? Sure, yeah, absolutely. I think it's a little wonky, but totally doable at that point, right? Totally doable. So that's another way of doing it. So yeah, we're all about ways. All about ways. Miko says, have you been able to find them on Amazon to put on your store? No, unfortunately. I wish. Pab says Ryan's on deployment currently. Yes, he is. He said that's why he sent these out before he went on deployment. Pabs. George says Mr. Hobby version about to hit stock as well. Oof. Nice. Forrest says, is that the Hasegawa T-Square? No, this, the one that I have is by Wave. Right there. Wave, the hobby company that makes option parts and decals and stuff. And like I said, Mr. Hobby makes a version of this as well. And from what Georgia just said, this one's in stock now. This very one that I use, which is awesome, and I love it to death, and it's worth its weight in gold in my opinion. But then he's just said the Mr. Hobby version's about to come into stock as well. So there you go. Pab says I meant JIC. Someone hits him up. He's not able to fulfill for now. Oh, yeah. JIC. Just in case. I got you, Pabs. Yeah. I got you. I was sensing hostility through the interwebs, Pabs. I know how you are. Okay. Anyway, back to this, yeah? So we've got the bottom inside parts done here. All that's looking really good. Let's run, there's a little bevel right there I think we need to get first. So we're going to spin this around and we're going to use the 6mm as a rare instance here. We're just going to cut a 6x2mm. And this doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be good enough. Has to be close. And we're just gonna put this right on the corner there. Make sure everything is nice. And then wrap that piece around the surface. And that's nice. Nice and tight. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Indeed. Right, Don? Wunderbar? Is that how you say it? Wunderbar? Wunderbar. Don's from Germany, so he would know. I want to be accurate with my lack of German language skills. Yeah, you can say it. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm so glad I have German permission. Don's great. All right. Pab says, the Tetsugen says, Jesus Ignatius Christ. Yeah, right? Good one, George. Pab says, I have never been hostile in my innocent life. Shut up, man. George says, Tim, did you say good enough? Oh, yeah, for a piece of masking tape? Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just good enough. Now, if I was actually meaning if I'm needing accuracy in that point, then no, it is not good enough, right? Wunderbar. Wonderful. There we go. Anyway. Okay. There's actually another bevel on here that I did not notice. So we're going to spin this sucker back around. And let's go another 2 mils on this side. 1, 2. Okay. Wrap that around there. Bloop. All right, so now we're ready for the outside piece there. Now we can pull these pieces off and mask the side. Mask the side of these pads here. Stay. Come on. Get on there. This part here is delicate because there's only about 1 millimeter of actual border here. And that's not a lot of surface area for the masking tape to grip onto, right? And what tends to happen is that the masking tape wants to migrate or move, right? And we need to be careful and not let it migrate. All right, so I think we did a good job there. Burnish that edge down, and there we go. Nice and neat. So this pad right here is completely masked off, and we'll do the same thing for its twin on the other side, right? So right, boom. Okay. All right, and then we just kind of gently push that tape over the edge, right? Just very, very gently, and just wrap that around. Now see that piece actually did migrate a little bit on me there while I was wrapping it around, and that's usually where you're going to find the tape moves the most, is when you're trying to wrap it around a surface. I lucked out on the first one, but this one got me. This was just like, nope, not gonna do that. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Okay. But we finesse it back into place with our tweezers, and we press the edge into place, and we make it behave the way we want it to. And there it is. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okie dokie. So, moving on. Let's see. Miko says, has a question for us. Let's reload the button here.
We have a question.
Miko wants to know, how many blades do you go through when masking? Not many. Not many. Maybe 1 or 2. Depends on the complexity of the build. For this one, I'll probably switch this out a little later down the line, because this blade was not a fresh blade when I started cutting tape. And mind you, I hardly ever use these blades in any other capacity other than cutting masking tape. I don't know. I really do not like the 30-degree blade anymore. There's just not enough. There's not enough dexterity and control in that blade, so that's why I use 45-degree blades. So, yeah. Don says, so if you guys ever hear the word Denglish, then it means a usual used English word in the German language, or stupid translated sentences like, oh, hey, Black Otter team. What's going on, dude? I hope that's not like a ghost subscribe there. But hey, Otter, if you're actually on, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. But anyway, it means a usual used English word in the German language, or stupid translated sentences like not the yellow from the egg. Not a good decision. Gotcha. And Don's got a question for us here too.
We have a question.
He says, how many rolls of tape do you usually use on one build? Actually, not as much as you would tend to believe. Yeah. I've had these same 3 rolls probably. I think I swapped these out on airdrop, which technically was my last build that I actually painted. So yeah, one of those. Pab says, Black Otter team bot? No, Black Otter team. He's on Twitch right now. He says, hi Timothy. Haven't been here in a while. Dude, what's up? Good to see you, man. Thank you for watching. Let's see. Miko says, is it because it gets gunked up from the adhesive on the tape, or because it gets dull over time from cutting on the acrylic sheet? It's more that it gets dull from the acrylic sheet, but it can get gunked up from the adhesive, but it's more about getting dull, and it's actually more of the tip of the blade breaking off and not having a clean cutting edge. That's usually the main culprit, but it is what it is. All right, so back to this, and let's see how we continue on, how we tackle this, yeah? So we're working our way from the bottom up and around everything. So what we're going to do next is to... This is getting into the trickier part of this thing, because we've kind of got this weird U kind of shape here that we've got to mask around. So I think the first thing that we're going to do is get the strip right in between, and let's get you guys zoomed in so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here, yeah? So there we go. That's a good shot. So this area right in between here, I think we're going to lay down the piece from side to side and top to bottom. So we need an exact cut piece to fit in here. And then once we get that placed in, we're going to get this horizontal piece between these 2 pads and these 2 pads placed in. And then we can kind of start masking off from there. Just run strips right up both of these sides, hit all of the little the bevels and everything in these pads, and then just kind of go, from there. But I think the best way to progress now is to get this piece and these two pieces set in first. And this first piece, this middle piece, that's going to be the more complex of it all, right? So let's see. Ooh, did we luck out? Or is that... Yeah, that's almost 10 millimeters. Okay, that's fucking great. Okay. May not be as hard as I had thought. So, we'll cut a piece of 10 mil there, and then we can trim that down however much we need. And then that looks to be about 1 3/4 millimeter, so a little bit under 2. All right, let's see if we can't knock this out of the park. First shot here. Right there. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll take just a hair off the bottom there, right? So let's see. Come on. There we go. Let's see how we did here. Nope. Not just yet. The height is perfect. It's the width that needs to be fixed a little. So we're going to place this little piece of tape right here on the edge so we can get a nice square cut again, right? And then we're going to take off about 1/3 of a millimeter, right like that. Now, hopefully that's not too short. If it is, I'm going to be pissed. Come on. Ah. Shit. Yep. All right. We tried. We tried. Okay. There's that. Okay. All right. Shot number 2. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this here. Ooh. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Second time's a charm, kids. Second time's a charm. There we go. Very good. Very, very good. Nice and tight. It's right on those panel lines. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, next we'll move on to these upper horizontal lines here. And by the looks of it, those are the same height. And we can use 6 millimeter for that because we can just wrap that over. The width is not as... It doesn't really matter, right? All right, so right there. Let's see what this does. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nice. And focus. Focus! You stupid ass. So there we go. Very nice. All right, we're going to cut another piece and put on the horizontal there. It's 11:30. Good deal. Got about a half hour. Okay. And let's see here. It's a little thin, so we're going to have to scrap that piece. Not a big deal. Right there. Okay. Better. Much better. Much, much better. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. So, there are the 3 horizontal pieces that we need to run along on the inside of this thing. Now, what we need to do is we need to cut little pieces and mask off these beveled areas on the pads themselves. So this is kind of what I like to do for those. I like to cut small pieces of masking tape, because all we really need is one flat side. That's it, right? So if we cut, say, a 2x6 here, and then we're gonna cut, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 of these, right? And then I'll show you what we'll do after that. So we'll go 4 to begin with, right? And now what I'll do is, since I know this is 6 millimeters, I'll come up at about 3 millimeters and swipe right across there. So now I have 8 pieces. Focus. Now I have 8 pieces of 2x3, right? And these are the perfect sizes to mask in these little bevels in these pads, right? Tedious, I know, but hang with me, you guys. Hang with me. Now, normally these things are angled at the same angle, right? All of these bevels and stuff. So what I was able to do here was I was able to place this piece in such a way that it covered the bevel on this pad, and then it also covered the lower bevel on this pad, right? So kind of a happy coincidence, if you will. Just works out really well. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Here we are. Very good. Very good. All right, so now we'll get some pieces masked off on the inside here. And look at that. We can do the same exact thing on the inside bevels of these pads. So that's actually great. We actually didn't need 8, we just needed 4 from what it looks like. So that's a good thing. Actually, we needed 6. There are 2 other bevels that I see we need to get. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal. There we are. All right. So there's where we are so far. Looks pretty good. We saved the outside to last, so not to worry about that. Perfect. All right, so now we have all of our horizontal masking done up on the middle here, right? So we have almost these bottom 3 pads masked off. We just have the outside of these pads here, which I'm going to run a long piece up both sides. So that'll come later. So now what we can do is we can run a nice long piece right up these longer pieces here, right? So we're going to turn this back around to the 18 mil side, and we're going to see what width we need for these pieces here, right? So here we are. All right, so measurement time, yeah? Now this looks about 2.5 mil. And yeah, 2.5 mil on the money. Okay, so we will cut this 18 millimeter at about 2.5 mil. Okay. And there's one piece. And there's 2 pieces. All right, so let's see if our masking, if our measuring, I should say, was accurate. Accurate. Okay. Ooh. Is it a bit tight? A bit wide? Yeah, it's a bit wide. Shit. Alright. No biggie. We'll just scrap that piece. And let's see if we're going to have any other luck with this piece here. Nope. Not even close. Alright, so we're going to have to cut a little bit thinner than what I did before. So we're going to go about 2.25 this time, or basically right over the 2 millimeter line. And that should be good. That should be right on the panel lines and everything, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Now, hopefully they don't taper. They don't look like they taper. No, they're good. We're good. Yep. Sweet. Excellent. Excellent. And we'll just burnish these down right on the line. Very nice. Very nice. That's what we'd like to see. Okay, so we'll get this other piece, which should also fit quite nicely. Fits even better. Hey. Yeah, nice. Very, very good. Okay. So, there are those 2 pieces there running up the, I guess the gutters of these 3 pads here, right? Looking pretty good. Miko's got a question for us. Let me reload the button here. Take that off because it's getting a little warm in here.
We have a question.
He says, are you planning to go to Sabaton or just SCGMC? I am doubtful of Sabaton. Mainly because I haven't been invited. And that's a jaunt for me. If I just wanted to attend as a fan, right? That's across country, and it's just not in the cards. SCGMC, on the other hand, I have already booked my ticket and my room for that, and my rental car and everything, and that is set 100% in stone. So yes, I will be at SCGMC. So yeah. Let's see. Tudgeson says, I keep imagining Tim going through this whole masking process. Note too wide, note too thick, etc. And then 2 hours later, one part masked and a giant pile of tape bits. You start to learn from your mistakes, George. Trust me. Pab says, he ain't messing with hentai dudes anymore, so that's a no for Sabaton. That's a no for hentai dudes. I mean, fuck out of here. No, sir. I ain't messing with that motherfucker no more. God damn. Whew. Y'all weren't there, but trust me, you did not want to be there for that shit show. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to this, because I want to get this done. We got plenty of time. Is that 10 mil? We might be able to fit that in there. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Let's see. We need about what? 7, 8 mil. We'll go 9. 9 mil. That's a good amount to wrap over. Ain't this some shit? We're back. Are we back? Oh my god, we are back. Look at that. Holy shit. It actually hooked right back up to the YouTube stream. Huh. Not too bad. And are we back on Twitch? Oh, hey, Jeremy Chassan, check your fucking email. Jeremy's over there on Facebook. I just saw him post. Check your fucking email, dude. You won the giveaway last month. Oh, man. Yeah, alright, cool. We're back. Alright. Incredible. Yeah, I don't know what happened, you guys. That was freaky. So I'm sitting here, I'm masking, and then all of a sudden, all the lights go out. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on like nothing ever happened. And let's see if we can't get this damn thing masked before the lights go out again. Hey. And I don't know why, because it's not storming outside either. So, like, what the hell? And my battery backup was supposed to kick in too, but that didn't happen. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Anyway. So like I was saying, we cut a 9x10 piece here. And I'm going to actually turn it over so the 9 fits right in between these with no issues rather than the 10. And then we'll wrap the rest of that bit right over here. Right over here. Right? Just like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to measure the inside here. And that looks to be about 5 millimeters. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin this guy around here, and we're going to cut a 5 mil piece, maybe just under a 5 mil piece out of the 6 millimeter tape, yeah? And then we're going to pop this right in the middle there. Right there. So that bevel gets paint on it, just like that, right? Perfect. All right, so now all we got left are this top piece to wrap over and the side pieces to wrap over, and that's it. That's it. Yeah. Booyah. Oddly enough, my rig died too. What's up with that? Weird. We're not getting invaded by aliens, are we? They didn't hit the power system. Hopefully not. That would suck. Just be another thing to add on today, right? Anyway. So, let's hit the top part here with maybe a 3 mil piece of 18. And let's see, right along the top here. Got a little piece of plastic under the tape here that I gotta get. Hang tight. There we go. We got it. Good deal. All right. Got that there. All right. So now, start just wrapping this tape around the corners, and then over the top, making sure we try not to let that tape migrate on us. Finessing it back into place. Alright, and so there, ladies and gentlemen, there's the top of that all masked off. Okay? So now, what we need is a piece to go up these two sides, right? But I have a feeling this is going to be, yeah, quite a bit longer than that 18 millimeters. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut two custom width, really, really long pieces. And that's where this side comes into play, right? Rami Bro says, hey, just wondering, what do you think about G-Paint? I've never tried it, so I don't know. I have no idea about it. Yeah. Sorry, man. But anyway, so we're going to cut some custom, long custom pieces for the sides here, right? So let's see about how long we need. So from the bottom of that, that's going to be 20. And from there to there is going to be another 10 at least. So we're looking 35 to be on the safe side, right? And we'll do 3 millimeters again. And let's see. So there, drag this out to about 3 mil there, okay, and then we'll cut right down there. So now we need to cut two 35 millimeter pieces out of this now custom long piece, okay. So first thing that we'll do is we'll cut the horizontal in this piece right to about there, okay? And then we'll use good old eyeball method. Whoop, right there. And then whoop, right there. All right, so there are two custom cut pieces that we're going to need for this side. Okay, So 3 millimeters approximately by 35 millimeters approximately. So what we're going to do is we're going to start very carefully laying this down right up against these pads and just start wrapping over, wrapping over, wrapping over once this piece is fully tight up against this pad. Now and while it's kind of hanging here like this, you want to make sure and burnish this piece of tape down as best as possible, because again, you don't want this tape to migrate on you because you've spent, you know, a good little bit of time custom cutting this and placing it. The last thing you want is for it to go awry on you. All right. We're just kind of finessing it around this piece and just kind of really being careful with sealing this piece into place. And again, it's just like wrapping a Christmas present, right? So there's the first side, all done. And now we'll move over to the second side. And then once we get this done, then it's just checking the part to see if there's any open spaces that we might have missed, right? Uh-oh, Zach's with us. Jesus. Man, this boy is spicy nowadays, you guys. What's Zach doing? Zach, what are you doing? Zach's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, what do you think about me announcing a new contest on the live stream with Adam on USA GTV Friday? No, sir. No, sir, I don't like it. Not even a little bit. Nope, I don't think you should do it. What do I matter? You're going to do it anyway, so fuck you. Nah, Zach, do it. Do it, bitch! Alright. If y'all haven't seen that Mark V Zach did, go take a look at it. It's pretty good. I liked it. I like the graphic design on it the best. Decal, the insignia and all that. That's good. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Ah, come on, you. The tape stuck to the tweezers more than the part. Hate it when that happens. There we go. Alright. So now we'll do the same thing and just start finessing this piece right up against this pad. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. So now we'll just start to get this piece wrapped over very carefully, like we did the first one. And trying our best to make sure that this tape doesn't migrate. because that is a huge pain in the butt. Okay, there we are. Time 12:01. Sweet. Zach says, I wanted to see you fire off the question thingy. You dick. All right, kids, and there we go. We have that piece fully masked, looking good. Those pads are going to be nice and crisp when the tape is pulled off. And yeah, so there we are. Perfect. 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 Done and dusted, as they say. Oh, shit. What an end to a perfectly shitty day, you guys, right? Who would have thought the power would go off during a fucking live stream? Stupid. Anyway. That piece is perfectly masked, ready for paint. Once we get the paint on here and pull this masking tape off of there, it's going to look nice. Those pads are going to be a lighter shade of gray. And, yeah. Overall, this thing it's going to look good. It's going to look really good. So, all right, kids. With that being said, I'm going to call this one quits. Let's switch back over to camera one. There we go. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. Like we've all seen, right? All right. So, with that being said, if you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we worked with here today, hit up the Amazon link in the description below. George says, next house generator, Tim. Dude, that's the thing. Like, I have a Cyber Power battery backup right underneath my desk, and the damn thing didn't kick in. I have it all hooked up to the rig and everything, and it didn't kick in. I'll have to check the battery in the battery backup. I might have to replace it. Anyway, but yeah, so there's a lot of good things in the Amazon link. Books for inspiration, gear for streaming and photography, all the tools and materials that we use here on a daily basis. Go check it out. I'm adding stuff in there all the time. I actually added a few things in there today, so go check that out. If you are interested in getting one of these awesome Grim Reaper shirts, go hit up www.childofmecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt and many more, including the Insignia series from Mecha Decals, the Ace Pilot series. You'll also find hats and prints of my work, so go load up on that stuff. And then if you really want to show your support for what we do here, man, go hit up the Child of Mecha Patreon. Just announced the giveaway winners the other day. So some goodies are going to go out in the mail very, very soon. And we're going to schedule our next hangout very soon as well. And there's a lot of other cool stuff going on over there, like exclusive posts and a lot more pictures than what makes out to the regular social media channels. So if you have the ability and the inclination to do so, go show your support for what we do here over on Patreon. It would be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, if you're interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1, 2, and 3, those are in stock and shipping now. Sheet 4 is coming soon, right down here at USA Gundam Store. Our good folks down there, Adam and the crew, will definitely have what you need. So, with that being said, you guys, I will be back here on Friday, if I don't burn the place down ahead of time. And we're going to continue on with masking. I don't know how much I'm going to get done between now and then. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going to be up all night tonight painting walls. Fun. Anyway. If anything, there's one good thing about Friday. I got my MacBook Air coming in on Friday. Yeah. MacBook Air. Yeah. For those of you wondering why I would go and blaspheme and get a MacBook Air, it's because I am learning to develop mobile applications. Yeah. For work, but also for our purposes as well. So, yeah. So that's going to be a way off in the distance. But all it takes is the first step, right? So this is the first step, you guys. This is the first step. Anyway, so I'll be back here on Friday. You guys come on back for that. Be safe out there. Have a great Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. Use common sense. Build something cool. You know the rest. Whatever. I'll see you Friday. I'm going to bed. No, I'm going to the gym. Yeah, I'm going to the gym. All right. See you on Friday.